Welcome back. If you are a vegetarian or maybe veggie curious, this weekend's Northwest VegFest is for you. It's an event filled with plant-based foods, fashion, movies, and just overall tips for feeling better. One of the speakers is Terri Chrisman, an author and board-certified nutritionist who joins me now. Good morning.
Good morning, Lacey. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here. So tell us about the event. What can people expect at VegFest?
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. We've got speakers who are talking about health. For example, I'm talking about the 6 pillars of a healthy lifestyle. We've got Dr. Alan Goldhammer talking about health, and then we've got people who are doing cooking demonstrations. So Chef AJ's coming, and Miyoko, who's going to teach us how to make beautiful plant-based cheeses. And then I'm presenting a workshop on Sunday, which helps people transform their health. So if somebody was thinking, you know, maybe my blood work is not so great and I really want to get healthier, how do I do it? That's what I'm doing. I'm presenting a workshop on Sunday afternoon, so that should be a whole lot of fun.
Okay, yeah. Well, you mentioned your 6 pillars, which are covered in your book.
That's
but tell us about them. What are the 6 pillars?
Well, the 6 pillars have been organised by the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, and they're the people I'm board certified with, and they are: eat a plant-based diet, nurture relationships with people, have good connection to others. It's one of the most underrated parts of a healthy lifestyle. Get exercise pretty much every day, adequate sleep, which you talked about just previously, stress reduction, and avoiding risky substances like drugs and alcohol and smoking.
Okay. On the surface, those don't seem too difficult. But change is hard. So how can people get started with wanting to make a change?
Absolutely. Change is hard, and it's because you're set in the ways, and it's always the way you've done them, and so changing something is quite difficult. But I always say to my clients and anybody that I'm speaking to, start where you are. Start with exactly what you like now. So for example, if you want to eat more plants, in my book I've got a list of like 300 different plants, and I'm talking about normal plants like potatoes and tomatoes and grapes and things that you can buy at the supermarket. Just start with those and just start eating more of them. And if you eat more healthy plant foods, you're going to be crowding out naturally the unhealthy ultra-processed foods and animal products out of your diet. So just by default, you're going to be eating healthier. And things like exercise, if you really get the heebie-jeebies about slipping to the gym, park your car at the other end of the car park. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Real easy, what I consider to be easy things, but for some people this may be like, oh, I never thought of that, right? If I just park at the other end of the car park when I go to do the shopping, I'm walking an extra 200-300 yards each time, and I do that 3 or 5 times a week. That, you might get up to a mile eventually, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's just start where you are and one step at a time, and getting help really helps, because doing it all by yourself, you fall off the wagon. Having a friend who's in your corner, hiring a professional, whatever it is, joining a group, really helpful.
Yeah, I think people get so discouraged if they fall off the wagon or miss a day of exercise or whatever the case may be. But you say, don't stress out about that so much,
No,
right?
because then you're adding stress, which is one of the 6 pillars
Yes,
of a healthy lifestyle, right? So if you have to expect that you will fall off the wagon. Life happens, things happen, and maybe you can't do the exercise that day. Well, get back on the horse the next day. Don't say, oh, I didn't do, I'm doing my 6-week program and I missed day 17 and I can't do it now, I'm giving up. No, just do day 17 the day after. I once did an 80-day transformation. It took me 96 days, but that's all right, because when I couldn't do it, I just did it the next day.
That's great advice. Okay, you mentioned your presentation at VegFest called Transform Your Health. So what do you want people to take away from it and just the overall weekend?
Well, my presentation is to help people overcome the obstacles that we just talked about, things like little failures that you do, and also to look at their exact circumstances and find what they can do to make the changes. I've written a book, and it's a workbook so that they can fill in all the things. What are they going to eat? How are they going to alter their recipes? What kind of exercise can they do? How can they maybe assimilate a sleep hygiene routine into their life, so that then they can take that away, and then they've got that as a reference and they can refer to it all the time. What did I say about me? What do I want to do? And so it's not just this one-size-fits-all kind of advice. It's going to be individualised to the person. So that's just my workshop. But VegFest is going to be awesome. There's going to be so much food that people can eat, and they don't have to worry that it's ultra processed, that it's got animal products in it, that it's full of cheese or something that we don't want to eat. And I'm going to be eating all the cupcakes, believe me.
Well, VegFest is Saturday and Sunday at the Wingspan Event and Conference Center in Hillsborough. Get your tickets at nwveg.org. And Terri, how can people follow you?
They can follow me at fabuloushealth.net.
Awesome, perfect. There's her socials and her website and then the book. Thank you so much for coming. Have fun this weekend.
Thanks for having me.